Cooking Diva, a novel about a Thai girl with a passion for Thai cooking by Panwadee, MamLada Channel. Episode 7. When they arrived home, Chai shut her inside to take a bath and change his clothes to a casual short-sleeve blue t-shirt and white trousers. He then went to see his grandmother in the living room. Dujan was giving grandmother some after-breakfast medication. "Can I help?" "I can manage. Why don't you go take a rest and have breakfast in the glass house?" "Has Khun Ya already had breakfast?" As grandmother's grandson, he did not give Dujan the level of treatment and respect as a relative, although she received many privileges above other maids in the house. He knew that she was an orphan whom his grandmother had adopted and raised in the house. Dujan received her bachelor degree in home economics, but grandmother trusted her and let her take care of all the matters in the households. Grandmother had hired Miss Galmani, a single woman in 40s, to be the cashier of the restaurant. Grandmother had told him all about this when he was by her side in hospital. "I'm done. I will take a nap. Do not worry about me. I'm fine. You go ahead. Enjoy your day." "Yes, Khun Ya." "Oh, Dujan, tell someone to bring Chai an English newspaper." "Thank you, Khun Ya," he said before he kissed his grandmother's cheeks, and he went to the glass house. Grandmother smiled with happiness. "He is so adorable. He always tries to please an old lady. Do you think I love him too much?" "Yes. Please take these pills as the doctor prescribed." Dujan told grandmother. She then crawled and sat in front of grandmother. The old lady took all medication from her and put them in her mouth all at once. Dujan then gave her a glass of water to drink. She mumbled, "If I had to take all these drugs before meals, my stomach wouldn't have any room for food. Don't you think?" Dujan had a very cold smile on her beautiful face. She did not say a word. She did hold grandmother's arms and help her lie down on a big and white teak-wood stool. Grandmother's head was on the big red scarlet squab. The old lady was getting really sleepy. "Please take a nap. I will prepare boiled rice and some nice condiments for lunch." "Thank you. Good. I will rest my eyes for a while. This evening I will be judging that girl's fate." "I will be around here. You can call me anytime." Grandmother did not hear what Dujan said, as she already fell asleep. The secretary looked at her with a fake smile. She then went out to call a maid into the room to keep an eye on grandmother. She herself went back to her room at the back of the Thai house. Since grandmother came home from the hospital, she had to be in a wheelchair, so it was more convenient for her to stay on the first floor. The first floor of the Thai house had many rooms, including a living room and 2 guest rooms. Dujan arranged for grandmother to stay in the big room, while Chai chose to stay in a room next to grandmother's room, so he could take good care of her. Pok, pok, pok. The sound of someone pounding curry-based ingredients came from the kitchen of Khun Chai Kitchen restaurant. The noise woke grandmother up around noon. She sat down on the stool and then looked around to find Dujan, but she only saw a Myanmar's maid, Mamiao, dozing off in front of the big teak wood stove. She couldn't think of a better way to wake the girl up, so she threw the scarf at the girl. Mamiao, wake up! A scarf hit the girl so hard she swayed. The Myanmar girl, with thick white powder on her face, suddenly woke up. She raised both hands to rub her eyes. Stop rubbing off your eyes crust. Where's Dujan? Grandmother asked, getting agitated. The Myanmar maid still did not get it. She said idly, "What's going on here? Has Khun Yao woken up already?" Chadiya had entered the room quietly. He nodded his head to let the maid go. Grandmother smiled as soon as she saw her grandson. The old lady contained her temper and said with a soft voice, "I don't see Dujan. Do you know where she is?" "I don't know. She may be preparing lunch for you. Are you hungry?" "Not yet. But that pounding sound from the kitchen woke me up. That girl must be very determined. It takes a strong girl to pout like that. In the old days, every household would love to have such a girl to be the daughter-in-law." The pounding sound went on for another while. It was incredible that the sound could change grandmother's interest and mood. "Oh, Khun Ya, these days they use an electric blender to make curry paste. No one pounds the curry paste by hand anymore." He smiled with amusement on grandmother's old belief. "How do you know? You have never cooked. The machine will cut all the spice grains, and the curry paste will not smell as good as pounding it with a pestle and a mortar." "Oh, don't you know? When I was abroad, I used to cook Thai food for myself, but I always used instant curry paste I bought from a Thai grocery store. It was quite delicious." "It is a shortcut. I'm not going to argue with you anymore. Ah, Dujan, here you are." Dujan walked into the room with a big girl wearing the maid's uniform of the house, a white blouse and a blue simple skirt. The maid was carrying a large pedestal tray in her strong arms. On the tray, there was boiled rice with several dishes of condiments: shredded pork, sliced wheat, turnip fried with eggs, salted egg, and Chinese kale with oyster sauce. All are considered as street food, but they were arranged in beautiful Thai benjerong dishes. "I cooked you lunch." Grandmother awkwardly looked at her grandson. She could not complain anything because Dujan did a fine job for her. The old lady could eat by herself, but she wanted her grandson to help her. Dujan looked at them and smiled a beautiful smile. "I have been pounding so hard that my hands are hurting. But look, it is still not fine enough." Medee mumbled to herself while she pounded the curry paste in a mortar. After getting all the ingredients from the market, she had changed her clothes into a chef's uniform, pink blouse, and a blue skirt made from Thai cloth. She also wore a white apron. She had started cooking, and fortunately, she was allowed to use the Royal Thai Cuisine cookbook as a reference. "Be patient, just a little bit more, and it will be fine enough." My hands will break before it's done for sure. She mumbled again, but was patient enough to continue pounding the curry paste until it was done. She looked at her curry paste with satisfaction, but her hands had turned red and were bruised. If it's not because I was afraid of being jobless, I wouldn't do this. She scooped up the mushroom curry paste into a small white bowl and moved on with the beef preparation. She then sliced the beef she bought that morning into cubes. The mushroom was cooked first because it requires some time to slowly cook. The beef in mushroom must be soft and tender. She was lucky to have mushroom as an exam assignment. She used to cook it when she worked in the kitchen in Paris. Mushroom was voted to be the best curry in the world. Medee placed a pan on the gas stove, putting it on medium heat. She fried the curry paste with extracted coconut milk until the curry gave a strong aroma. She then added the beef and stirred a little until it started to cook. She added more coconut milk and boiled it for a few minutes. Then she poured the curry into a big pot and continued to let it simmer on a low heat. It took several hours to cook a perfect mushroom. After that, she moved on to other dishes step by step, one by one. Finally, the last item she had carved all fruits and vegetables. She finished everything before 6 o'clock, which was grandmother's dinner time. Medee selected China for serving the dinner. A benjerung set was her choice. She still had some time to take a bath. She changed into new clothes, a uniform, and tied her hair into a bun. She was now ready to serve the dinner. Jamnien sent Mamiao to help Medee take the dinner set to the Thai house. At 6 o'clock, both grandmother and grandson were already at the dinner table. A smile was about to break on the old lady's face when she looked at all the beautiful dishes on the dinner table. But when she realized that she didn't want to give it away, that she was pleased at what she saw, she immediately held it in. Chai Kitchen couldn't help noticing his grandmother's reaction and was about to laugh, but then told himself not to. Grandmother tasted the food served in benjerung china, a 5-color ornamented china. She did not let her inner response show on her face. No one knew that what she was thinking. She exhaled deeply. The gift of royal Thai cuisine is the richness and freshness of all ingredients. It is a very refined food. We cook it elaborately to ensure that its taste is very refined and not too spicy. Yours are good enough. Your mushroom smells good with fennel, and the gravy is reddish brown, rich and aromatic with fragrance from spice. It tastes mildly spicy without the oily sheen floating, while the beef is tender with fragrance absorbed from the soup. The well-cooked nuts in the curry added to the taste. Yam yai is okay, but tab leg is too well done. Your naprik bralasa is quite good. You must have gotten the skill from your mom. I know you put your heart into your cooking. All the fruits look beautiful. Look how you carve the watermelon and prepare the pomelo without seeds. The papaya is well cut to bite size. and the kawa is neatly served. Don't you have any Thai desserts? I didn't prepare any Thai desserts because I thought it would not be good for your health at this time. Eating fruits is good for your health. Watermelon is very refreshing. Pomelo is not that sweet. It is good for a person with diabetes. Papaya is good for your digestive system. And guava is high in vitamin C. It helps prevent cold fever. What a thoughtful girl you are. You sure know everything. But I think you cannot make Thai desserts. That's it. Everyone kept quiet. Grandmother paused for a second before she continued. I do not mind at all. People do not eat Thai sweet desserts much lately. They hate sugar. They were watching their diet and are so afraid of obesity. You know you have the gift of cooking, but you still need to learn and get more experiences. Does it mean you don't want to hire me? Medee's face looked disappointed. Grandmother then said with a dry face, Who told you that? I haven't said a word. If you want to work here, you must work hard and must have the determination to succeed. No one is too old to learn. Can't you do it? Thank you very much, dear. Medee spoke in a northeastern dialect again, and then she burst out into tears. She was crying like a baby with joy and gladness that grandmother had offered her a job. Everyone looked at each other with worried eyes. They were afraid that grandmother would get angry with the girl, but the old lady didn't seem to display any delight or displeasure. I will give you a 3-month probation period. By then, of which I will know if you can be an assistant chef or not. Yes, the girl looked a little bit dejected. At least, she got 3 months to prove herself. She intended to try her very best. After all, she had nothing to lose. All right, I'm done with you. You can go now. Tomorrow you will go help Jamnian in the kitchen. You must obey her. Yes, grandmother. Aren't you going to ask me about the salary? Or do you want to work for free? Good. I don't have to pay you. Before she had a chance to say anything, grandmother had already turned to the Chan. You take care of this. Give her what she deserves. Yes, I will inform Khun Keo. Why are you still here? Go. Medee hurried out of the room. She smiled with all the tears in her eyes. Why do you hire that girl, Khun Ya? Oh, I only wanted to teach that girl a lesson. I should have asked her to do more dishes. In the era of King Rama V, there were at least 7 categories of food in the royal palace. What are they? Chai Kitchen listened to his grandmother with interest. It was very uncharacteristic of him to be patiently listening. A meal consists of rice, a main dish, curry, Indian side dish, dipping sauce, soup, and a Thai dessert. A royal Thai cuisine meal must have the complete taste: sweet, sour, rich, salty, and spicy. Curry is the typical Thai dish. halfway between a soup and a stew. It ranges from mild and thin to spicy and thick. Massaman, for example, is cooked, spicy and thickened with coconut milk. You know, massaman or musamai, which is voted the best curry in the world, is actually a Persian dish that has been in Thailand since the era of King Narai. So, has Khun Chai Kitchen got everything to offer? When I was younger, I would do the cooking in the kitchen. I made sure that everyone was happy with my cooking. I was very happy back then. Grandmother said with drops of tears in her eyes. She was happy, reminiscing about her memorable past. She then realized that her happy time has long passed and that she could never live the moment again. She said with a soft voice, "Where was I? Oh, that girl had to cook several dishes that she had never known before. But she really tried her best. She must have read the Thai cookbook Cham Nien took from my library. In the cookbook, according to De La Lubert, Royal Thai cuisine was street food that was beautifully presented with all bones of fish or meat removed. They were soft and tender, never tough or stiff. Vegetables were cut into bite-size and were seedless. The beef cut was always tenderloin. Shrimp was fresh only, with the head removed. Aged food and wild food were not allowed. Royal Thai cuisine must be delicious and aromatic too. The girl is clever. She has the determination to succeed. She cooks with her whole heart. I like her. Do not tell her about this. I don't want her to be overly confident." Grandmother spoke of Medee with admiration. Chai Kitchen had never heard her say anything good about anyone before. It was probably an immediate liking on first sight. It was something quite unbelievable. Anyhow, the Jen was standing there in the dining room. She felt the same. Thank you very much for listening to the novel I read. See you guys again next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.